Hello guys, welcome back to learning microcontrollers. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can interface a PIC16F877A microcontroller with an air quality sensor. So let's get started. So guys, this is our PIC16F877A microcontroller having 40 pins. It's a DIP version, and this is the air quality sensor I am talking about. It's a flying fish air quality sensor having 4 pins. So let me show you how it's wired up. If you hold it like this, in this formation, the leftmost pin is the VCC. The second pin from the left is a ground, the third pin from the left is a digital out DO, and the fourth pin from the left or the rightmost pin is the analog out AO pin. Now let me show you how to connect this with a PIC. You connect the ground pin directly with the ground of your PIC, VCC with the directly VCC pin of your PIC, and you will skip the digital out pin because digital out pin is either 1 or either 0. In our application, we don't need this. We will use the ADC pin. You can connect the ADC pin with any available ADC pin of your PIC microcontroller. I'm going to use a pin number A0 because it's available. It's simple as that. It's connected with a PIC. Now, to display the output and also to calibrate the sensor, I'm going to use this 16x2 LCD. It's easily available in the market. In your application, you can use any, but for your understanding, I'm going to use this LCD to display the value what the sensor is giving at the ADC pin. So to interface this LCD with a PIC, you will need a 3-pin potentiometer. It will be used to adjust the contrast of the LCD. Now let me show you how to connect this LCD with a PIC. This potentiometer has 3 pins, 1, 2 and 3 like this, and this LCD has 16 pins, 1 to 16 from left to right. If you hold it like this, you will connect the pin number 1 and 5 of your LCD like this, and then you will connect it to one pin of your pin number 1 of your potentiometer like this, and then it will go to the common ground of your PIC. Pin number 3 of your LCD is the adjustable contrast pin. It will go to pin number 2 of your potentiometer. Now pin number 2 of your LCD is the VDD pin. This is the power pin of your LCD. This will go to the VCC pin of your PIC microcontroller or to the common 5-volt supply of your PIC like this. Now pin number 4 is the RS pin. You will connect it to any available digital input output pin of your PIC. I am going to use a pin number C0, that is pin number 15. Pin number 6 is the enable pin of your LCD. You can use any available digital input output pin for this as well. I am going to use a pin number C1 of the PIC, that is pin number 16. For data pin 4, that is pin number 11 of the LCD, I am going to use the pin number C2. For data pin 5, I am going to use the pin number D2. For data pin 6, I am going to use the pin number D3. For data pin 7, I am going to use the pin number C4 of the PIC microcontroller, that is pin number 23 of the PIC as well. Now pin number 15 and 16 of the LCD depends upon either your LCD have a backlight or not. If your LCD do have a backlight, only then you will connect these pins. Pin number 15 will go to the VCC pin and pin number 16 will go to the ground pin, like you will give 5 volt to the backlight LED. Now these pin number 7, 8 and 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10 of your LCD, they will go empty because we are going to use this LCD in the 4-bit mode, and these pins are used when we are using the LCD in the 8-bit mode. So in our case, we don't need them. Now this is simple as that. We are connected. Now we get to our hardware. Let me show you the hardware. So guys, this is a simple hardware. This is the LCD. This is our sensor. This is our PIC in the back, and this is a PIC at 3.5. I will also share the link of the video in which I have taught you how to set up this hardware for programming, and I will also share the link of the video in which I have only told you how to connect this LCD with a PIC. And in this tutorial as well, I am going to repeat this as well, but I will also share that video as well. So guys, let's get to our micro C for PIC. This is our micro C for PIC. As you can see, let me zoom in. On the left side in the file, click on new. I accidentally clicked there. Click on new project. Then this window pops up. Click on next. The version of the micro C I am using is 7.2.0. Remember that you can use a higher version as well, but versions sometimes do matter. But don't go for the very low version like 5 or 6. Use it in 7.2, 7.5, 7.6 or 7 point something. So I write the name of the project, Air Quality Sensor 1 LM Learning Microcontroller. PIC16F877A is the one I am using. 20 MHz is the crystal I am using, so I change it to 20. Click on next and finish. Before doing anything, first of all, the first thing you must do is to press Ctrl S to save your project like this. Now on the right side, you will go to this micro E libraries, system libraries. Here you have to select the libraries you are gonna use. Unlike the previous versions like 5 or 4, 6, these were auto selected, but here you have to select whichever you want to use, else your code will not work. In this project, we will need the ADC library because we have a sensor which is giving ADC input to the PIC. Then we cannot display the ADC values, that is the integer or float, directly on the LCD. We will need the conversion library to convert that to a string. Then we have LCD, so we will use this LCD library as well. So these are the libraries we are going to need in this project. Before doing anything else, first of all, we will initialize the LCD. For that purpose, expand this LCD library. In this LCD library, you have LCD init like this. And here you have this example. You copy this example till here. Do not go beyond this. So paste it above the void main like this. Here you have this RS pin as shown in the presentation. Now you will initialize these pins. If you have selected different pin configuration than the one I had used in the presentation, doesn't matter. Only the thing matter is that you will simply write different pins here. The pins you selected. The pins I selected were like RS pin is for C0, and then for enable I used pin number C1. For D7, data pin 7 of the LCD, I used C4. For D6, I had connected D6 pin to the D3 of the PIC like this. For D5, I am using D2, and for LCD D4, I am using C2 like this. Now it's C0, C1, C4, C3, C2, D2, D3, D2 and C2 like this. Now here too, this is the pin direction, that was the pin layout setting. Do the same for RS. What you had done here, do the same for RS C0. For RS pin, I had selected C0. For enable, it's C1. For D7, it's C4. For D6, it's D3 like this. For D5, it's D2. For D4, it's C2 like this. Now C0, C1, recheck it. Like this. So in this way your LCD is initialized. For different pin configuration, simply you have to change these parameters here. Now go back to the LCD init here. In the example below that you have this LCD init command. Now you copy this and place it in the void main loop like this. Give some initialization delay. 50 will do fine like this. Now we will need to initialize the ADC pin as well. LCD is initialized. To initialize the ADC pin, you expand the ADC library. There is ADC init command like this. You copy this and you paste it below this like this, and you also copy the initialization delay. That's enough. Now we have the LCD, we have the ADC pins as well, so we are good to go. But before we continue, I will like to remove the cursor of the LCD. By default, this LCD has a cursor and I don't like it. If you want to keep it, you can keep it, and if you want to remove it, you can remove it like this. You copy this command LCD CMD like this, and you copy it again. It will clear the LCD and we will keep it, and you go back to the LCD CMD command like this. Here in the table below you have various options if you are using the cursor. Now here look for this LCD cursor off like this. You copy this command and you place it inside this bracket like this. Now this command will turn off the cursor, give some initialization delay, and this command will clear the LCD if there are any rackback values before we enter the forever loop. Now we start the forever loop here, right, while one forever loop starts here and ends here like this. Now first of all we will need to read the value from the sensor. For that purpose we will need a variable. So you write integer int, write the name of the variable. I write air because we are getting value from the air quality sensor. Now write the command air equals to ADC underscore read from which channel, channel 0 like this. Give some initialization delay, copy this command, 30 will do fine. So ADC read from which channel, channel 0. Now this is important, this 0. Why I had written this 0? Because I am using the pin number A0. If you are using A1, you will write 1, A2 you will write 2. If you are using a different pin and you have a different PIC microcontroller, the rest of the coding will remain exactly the same. Only the difference will be that you have selected a different ADC pin, so you will only change this command here. You will make it 1, 2 depending upon whichever channel you are choosing. For A0 it's 0 like this. Now guys, we have the value from the sensor. We need to display it on the LCD. We cannot display integers directly on this type of LCD. We will need to convert it to a string. For that purpose, go to the conversion library and look for int2string command, this command. You double click it, and in the example here you have this. You copy this int2string command syntax. You place it like this, and here at this point write down that integer which have to be converted. Now you will need a string here in which it will be converted. To initialize a string, first of all write down char string. I give it 1. Now char, this is an array of char which is a string. Array of char is a string. So this is a string which have maximum digit of 5, means 6 characters. It can store 6 characters. So whatever is in this air variable integer will be converted to a string variable air1. Now this is a string and this is an integer. So this can be displayed on the screen because it's a string. So we give some initialization delay like this. 20 will do fine. Now we give the command to display this on the string. For that purpose, go to the LCD library again. Scroll down. This is LCD library. Here you have this LCD out command. Double click on it. In the example here you have this example of hello. You copy this, paste it wherever you prefer. This is row, this is column. Start writing from first row, first column, what it should write, whatever is in this variable air, like this. Now give some initialization. Waiting delay, that for how long it should be displayed on the screen. I make it 100, like for I make it 150 millisecond. For 150 millisecond it will be displayed on the screen, then the LCD will go clear. Then it will clear the LCD. So a new value can be displayed. So I build this code and run it on the microcontroller. See, no errors. So we are good to go. Now let me get back to the hardware. Let's zoom out. And this is the PIC3 programming tool. I go to the file, click on import. So this is the code I just wrote. I click on write. So a new code is being written. Let's wait. You can see that it's saying erasing device. Then it will start on writing the new code. So the new code is being written. Let's wait. Let's see what happens. See, so the new code is written and we can get a random value 85. So this is the value of the air quality of this room. If you go to a different room, like in an industrial environment, you will get a different value. That's how you calibrate this sensor, because it depends upon the quality of where you reside. In this room, the air quality given by this sensor is 85. Now I try to disturb this air quality. Remember that air quality sensor is not a smoke sensor. It deals with the dust particles and other stuff in the air, which determines the quality of a air. But smoke is a bad thing. I will generate smoke using my soldering iron, using some soldering paste, and see the value will start changing. See, the value is fixed. Now I will use a soldering iron to disturb this value. You can see that the value starts changing as soon as the difference in the air quality comes. So guys, you can see that whenever I use smoke or other stuff to disturb the air quality, see, it jumps up. So a bad air quality means it has more value. So if the air quality in the room is bad, it will keep on increasing. Basically, it's not a smoke sensor. What I am doing is just using smoke because I cannot change the air quality of the room. So guys, in this way you can use this sensor and then you can write different codes. Like you can step them up, write down if air is greater than this, then show that air quality is good, bad, moderate, etc. In this way you will have excellent understanding of what is the air quality of the room in a very cheap way. So guys, I hope you learned something from this video. Thank you very much for your time and have a nice day.